A very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. As Mr. Ibrahim has rightly said that Jammu and Kashmir needs no introduction so far as tourism is concerned. In fact, you can't think of tourism without Jammu and Kashmir. The tourism industry, as we have all seen, not only in India but across the world, that the COVID pandemic that really tested the resilience of this industry. But this industry has proved that we can always rise back, fight back, and come up even in a bigger way. If I talk of Jammu and Kashmir after 2019, after this COVID pandemic, in fact, Jammu and Kashmir tourism was the first to open up with the support of the government and with the support and active coordination of all our stakeholders, our hoteliers, our tour operators, our shikara people, in fact, our transporters, each and every one. We vaccinated all our stakeholders. More than 95% of them were vaccinated. And after going through all the COVID protocols, we were the first to open up. And after opening up, I'm glad to share with you that the year 2022 had been one of the greatest years so far as Jammu and Kashmir is concerned. The kind of numbers we had in this year, it has crossed all the milestones which have been achieved earlier. We have the highest number of tourist footfall during the year 2022. It is my proud privilege to share with you that the Honorable Prime Minister of India, he has mentioned Jammu and Kashmir tourism in his recent Man Ki Baat Karyakram. So at the outset, I'll thank the Maharashtra Tour Operators Association, Mr. Vishwajit Patil, my friend and always who has been licensing in J&K tourism, Mr. Abhijit Patil, and my friends from Kesari and the Veno group who had been going in the promoting Kashmir for ages now. All the travel operators of the Maharashtra and everybody who has gathered here, who have come here to see and to give us more hopes and to give us confidence that we should move forward with this, with the same speed. A few things I would just like to share about the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir. Jammu and Kashmir, I'll say that it's not just one destination. If you'll ask me, I'll say that Jammu and Kashmir it's a journey in itself. If you start, the moment you enter into the state, just after crossing Punjab, you pay your obeisance in the to Mata Vaishno Devi. And whereas in the Jammu region, we have a great potential for the pilgrim and spiritual tourism. And the number of pilgrims who are coming for paying obeisance to Mata Vaishno Devi. Now we are also trying to open up several other pilgrim circuits so that we can give you more to the people who are coming there for many generations. And not only it's the pilgrim tourism, but in the Jammu region only, when you go further, we have the places like the Patni Top, the Bhadrawa Valley, the Chenab River sector. And once you cross the Pir Panjal, then the valley is open with its open arms to embrace you and to welcome you. Actually, we are now focusing on different lines. The places which have been known to the entire tour and travel industry, Gulmarg, Pahalgam, Patnitop, these places are already famous and most frequently visited places. As you can see that the theme of of this event also and the theme of J&K is now New Hopes, New Destinations. So J&K Tourism, we are coming up with we have opened up 75 new destinations. Opened up in the sense that we have felt a responsibility because we can't just keep on promoting tourism and keep on promoting a few places. We have to be sustainable. And to maintain this sustainability, you have to see that where you can disperse, we have to reduce the carbon footprint also. So opening up of these new 75 destinations was aimed at, number one, that we'll reduce the carbon footprint on the most frequented destinations, which get choked during the peak seasons. And at the same time, the economic benefits of tourism, they will percolate to other places also, the places which have not been on the tourism map. And a lot of these places have been opened up where the government is trying to build some infrastructure at these places, the basic infrastructure. And simultaneously at the same time, we are expecting that the private sector will pitch in and they will also create some infrastructure there. The basic infrastructure we are producing and rest, we hope that it will come up during the process. A few of the policy initiatives which have been taken at the government level, which have really contributed in this to achieve us this great stride. Number one, as you are aware that in J&K, the Government of India has given a package, the industrial package, under the Industrial Policy 2021. And tourism industry in Jammu and Kashmir has already been declared. We have declared tourism as an industry in Jammu and Kashmir. So, meaning thereby that whatever investment you made in the tourism sector, you become eligible for all the incentives which are available under the industrial package of Government of India. Besides that, the infrastructure has been developed with the funding from the Government of India and as well as the funding from the state. The connectivity has really improved. If I talk of the number of flights which we have to the Jammu as well as to Srinagar, we have direct flights from many of the metro cities. We have direct flights from Mumbai. We have direct flights from Delhi. And still we are taking it further and we are struggling that we should get more direct flights from the southern India. But from Mumbai, Delhi and these places we have good connectivity. And the number of flights, it has really increased manifold. Besides that, the rail connectivity has also improved. And the road connectivity has also become much better now with the opening of new tunnels and construction of new roads. From Mumbai, you can, I think, reach Srinagar or Jammu earlier than you reach Khandala. And Abhijit and Vishwajit will agree with me that you can reach Srinagar earlier than reaching Khandala. So, besides that, we have launched a homestay guidelines. See, all our tourist destinations, because we are sitting at a seismically and eco-sensitive, in a very eco-sensitive zone. And we don't want to spoil our destinations. We never wanted and we'll never try that we concretize all our destinations so that and we don't want to lose its charm. The pristine beauty of the destinations, we don't want to be lost in the concrete jungles. So an alternative to this is the homestay policy. So our homestay policy says that we are facilitating the people who have 2, 3, 4 rooms that they can run homestays. We'll facilitate them. We'll register them on our websites. We'll coordinate them with we'll act as a facilitator, as a catalyst to introduce them with the travel operators. Because on one hand, it will help us reduce the carbon footprint, and at the same time, the tourist who comes there, he will have a taste of the local culture and the local cuisine. When you stay in the homestay, you have a feel of and a taste of the local culture of the area. With these policy initiatives, after this COVID pandemic, the J&K Tourism Department launched a very aggressive promotional campaign. We celebrated the iconic festival. We celebrated and we organized in a big way all the local festivals. We participated in the travel marts across the country, and not only in the country, but even in the international travel marts we participated. We conducted road shows. We launched extensive campaign through social media, through print media, through electronic media. And all these efforts, the policy initiatives, as well as these promotional campaigns, with the active support of all our stakeholders, the private players in the tourism sector, we have been able to muster these numbers. And now we are focusing that we should be able to sustain these numbers, and we should attract even more by opening up some new destinations. Now, if I talk of the tourism products which we have in Jammu and Kashmir, so as you are already well aware that we are a destination for all seasons. Jammu and Kashmir is a destination for 365 days. Spring there is, of course, very colorful. Our summers are the most exciting. And of course, we are a winter wonderland, that's no doubt about it. And autumn has its own glory there. So all the 4 seasons, you choose any season, whenever any travel operator comes here for selling any of his products, we generally ask him, what's the best time to visit? So if you will ask us, what is the best time of visit, we'll say the time which you have available with you. So we are open, we are there with open arms, and all the seasons are equally exciting, equally charming. Another thing that we are now focusing upon a kind of experiential tourism. See, that time has gone that when people would go to a place, click a few pictures, post on the Instagram, and then go back. The unfortunate thing is that in the supersonic stage, it has happened that we want to catch a flight, go to Jammu with darshan kiya, and then go to Srinagar, touch kiya, Gulmarg, and then come back, and within 2-3 days we are back. No, we are focusing that a tourist who comes there, he gains some, we want to enhance his experience so that he gets some time to assimilate what he has seen there. Not just clicking up selfies and then posting. He should remember that experience throughout his life. And to promote this experiential tourism, we have some unique products, we have some niche products, like our houseboats. They're the most iconic thing in the country. If you go there and you don't have a taste of stay in the houseboat, then it means your visit to Jammu and Kashmir is not complete. Similarly, if you are going for darshan of Mata Vaishno Devi, and you are just taking a flight, going to Katra and having darshan by chopper, coming back the next day, no, that's not the way you should be performing a pilgrimage. As earlier also I have said one forum that sab log Vaishno Devi to gaye, but nobody knows about Kol Kandoli. And we say that, और जो अगर आप देखेंगे history जो माता की है, we say कि पहला दर्शन कोल कंडोली. If you go for the yatra of Mata Vaishno Devi, first of all you go to the temple of Kol Kandoli. It's 15-20 kilometers from Jammu. So we are trying to focus on those things. We are trying to improve on these religious circuits, because the person who is coming there for pilgrimage, he doesn't know the entire history, or he doesn't know the history behind that, what it was all about. So we are trying to enhance his experience. Similarly, we have one of our niche product is angling. In Kashmir Valley, we have beautiful streams, our Leader River, our Bringi Spring. They are full of the game fish, the trout fish. And recently we have organized a angling competition there, and the best anglers from throughout the country, they came there in Pahalgam, and we had an angling competition. And this angling is one of our niche products, and I'm sure that if you come there and you participate in this, you will remember this experience throughout your life. And that trout it's a game fish, it gives you a lot of thrill. Even if you catch it and you are a bit lenient, it will break your thing, and it will again run away. So that kind of thrill, we are trying to enhance the experiences by organizing these things. Similarly, we have our other products like we have the water bodies. We have great water bodies, the Dal and Wooler. Besides that, we have a number of Ramsar sites. We have Grana wetland in Jammu and Kashmir. Similarly, so many wetlands are there. Now, if I'll go talking, it will go on for a very long time, and so I don't want to just talk and talk here. We have tried to fit in all these things into a small video of 3 minutes. And trust me, these videos cannot do justice to these places, and these places are much more marvelous than what they appear in the video. But I'll just request you to kindly just have a look at that. Can you please play the video? So ladies and gentlemen, as I said that these videos cannot justify the real beauty of these places for which you have to come in person and see for yourself. One of our our travel partners from one of the far off and offbeat destination, Bhadrava, they have at their own, they have made a directory of the facilities available. They would just like to release that. Can you come up, Tariq? Hurriedly, time हमारा हो रहा है, then we have to take some questions from the audience. May I request Mr. Nasir Shah, Mr. Ibrahim, Mr. Abhijit, Mr. Vishwajit, and my friends from Kesari and Venu group to also come and join us. Mr. Gaur, Captain Gaur also. So enough of one-way traffic. No, I'll request if we could learn, because I'm not saying that we are 100% perfect, and we want to improve, and there is always a scope for improvement. So I'll request from the audience, if you can further guide us, if you have any complaints, any suggestions, any feedback for us, if you can advise us as to how we can improve further. I'll request the audience to please, if you have any queries. Yes, please, ma'am. Mike, please.
I'm a Kashmiri only, and I'm proud to be a Kashmiri, and I love my Kashmir. Just want to add one thing. I was in Delhi for 15 years and had worked with corporates also. Only one thing which I need a support from tourism is that corporate, yes, we need to really enter that market as well. Plus, I see our place also good for wedding destination, you know. So I own a property there. Now I'm a completely part of it. So I would request that support should come from you for the wedding destination, and let us make it a corporate destination also for the later. So this is what I would like to add on.
Hello. Hello. Yeah. Yeah, you very rightly said that, in fact, I missed that. The wedding destination, if I may remind you that about 2 months back, there had been a wedding at Pahalgam, an NRI couple. They have performed a wedding there, right in the foothills, then sitting in the open area. There was this NRI girl from Canada, and she married to a localer there. And I tell you that they have invited the Hazuri Ragis from Golden Temple, who performed that in a very classical way. And they performed that wedding in a very simple, there was no pomp and show, but the Times of India, it carried a full page story on that. It was such a beautiful thing to witness. And my friends from Pahalgam would naturally back me on this. And in fact, there is a lot of potential in other areas also. Last time, yesterday only, some people are making queries that they want to come there for a wedding, and they are looking forward for the accommodation of 400 people in Srinagar, and they want it end-to-end luxury. So definitely Jammu and Kashmir, every region has a lot of potential for wedding tourism. And MICE, which you said, this Make My Trip people came there 2 months back, and they said that earlier we were getting queries for Goa and other places. But this year, the maximum queries from the corporate sector, they are coming for Jammu and Kashmir. We have some beautiful infrastructure there, but still and in MICE, what I personally feel that you don't need to have world-class infrastructure. It's again a kind of experience. So like in Patnitop, we have a small MICE facility for 30, 40 people. So you won't get this kind of infrastructure there, but you can have a conference right sitting in the middle of the jungle. So in Kashmir Valley and in some places in the Jammu region, we have a great potential for MICE as well as for wedding tourism. And my colleague Sunena, she's Joint Director Jammu, she also wants to add to it.
A very good afternoon to you all. As sir has said, I would like to add up, like we have so many places which are really unexplored, but at the same time, after the declaration of the 75 offbeat destinations, they are progressing at a very, very, I can say a fast pace. Like Bhadarwah in Doda district, it is really coming up very beautifully also, and it offers you a beautiful wedding destination, and a person can plan wedding here, and very soon we will be having Askini Bhadrakashi Utsav at Bhadarwah, and Bhadarwah is offering an amalgam of pilgrimage tourism as well as adventure tourism, be it whitewater rafting. So it can be an all-encompassing thing. A person can plan a wedding at various locations of Jammu and Kashmir, and Jammu region, in Jammu region, Sanasar, it is also very beautiful, and Basoli, there is a lake 007 where very beautiful pre-wedding shoots are done. So we would invite you all there. Thank you.
Yes, please.
Good afternoon, sir. I'm Vishwajit Patil, President of Maharashtra Tour Organizers Association. There were two questions which I just want to raise on behalf of our members. One is primarily the Kashmir has done a phenomenal business and has shown tremendous results since COVID times, but the hotel rates have skyrocketed. One of a general presumption earlier used to be there used to be off-season, on-season rates, but nowadays with hotels, especially in Kashmir, having kind of a dynamic policy, these are our dynamic rates, ye rates valid till next 5 days. So this is causing a lot of inconvenience to a lot of members in terms of bookings. Group bookings mein chalo once a rate is fixed, but by the time with FITs or other bookings, once a person sends an inquiry, there's a X rate. By the time he finalizes, suddenly you see the rate has changed. So somewhere, if you all can intervene, this was one of the segments. And secondly, in terms of Amarnath Yatra, a lot of our agents are facing issues with the chopper tickets, helicopter tickets, and with the online frauds that are happening, cyber crimes, with the issues about people offering tickets, and nobody knows the genuinity till the time if it is a fraud case. Once the passenger reaches at the helipad, that's when they realize that this is a fraud or something has happened. So, and there's not much clarity in terms of getting these tickets, the right channel. So if such information can be disseminated to us as a travel association, we can in turn then always give it to our members.
Thank you, Vishwajit ji. Maharashtra had been a very important trade partner for us. So of course we cannot take your observations lightly. And I can't agree more so far as you mentioned your first query about the hotel rates. Yes, I do agree that in fact some of the boutique properties, they have risen their rates to a level that they have really become unreasonable at one point. See, after opening up after COVID, we didn't want to go into tinker with these things, and we wanted that the market economics should decide the rates, which are general trend throughout the country. So we didn't want to micromanage so that we do not hit this hospitality industry. But I tell you that there is a Travel Trade Act in Jammu and Kashmir, and that act is not a toothless tiger. We have definitely we have powers under that. But right now we didn't want to invoke those to hurt this moment or the buzz which has been created. But definitely we are in talking terms. We are in discussion with all the stakeholders. And the stakeholders, in fact, they have themselves come forth. The observation which you have raised, in fact, most of the stakeholders, they have also raised this thing. And we are in discussion with them. And I'm sure that in coming future, shortly you'll see that we'll come up with some formula where you are not made to pay anything which is not justified, which is very unreasonable. Yes, of course, when the season is there, the prices go up. It happens with the airline tickets. Now it happens in railway tickets. But there has to be some limit, and they shouldn't go beyond a point. We are already aware of this issue. Your point is well taken, and we'll definitely come up with a solution on this. The second thing which you said about the Amarnath Yatra tickets, since these things are being managed by Shri Amarnath Shrine Board, but we'll definitely pass on your observations. And we have also, because when a pilgrim gets hurt, the first he makes complaint against the tourism department, because people don't know in the background kaun kya kar raha hai. So tourism is the first to face the brunt. So we'll we are working on those issues also, and I'm sure that these issues will be addressed. Next year when you come, you won't face these problems. Thank you.
Thank you. In the interest of time, I'm sure you will have so many questions for a destination as popular. We'll have to, no, you can please interact off the stage. Okay.
Hi sir, hi everybody. First of all, thanks to J&K Tourism that organized this kind of event, and it will be the boost not only our tourism and our also livelihood. And I'm Ashfaq, I'm a local line producer from Srinagar, Jammu and Kashmir. Sir, there is no doubt we are the top tourist destination in India, not only in India, in world. But do you think we need a proper brand ambassador who can endorse our most of the places there? Like we have recently, I did the shoot in Dudhpatri, which normally most of the people don't know about the Dudhpatri. Because I think we need a brand ambassador who can endorse our tourism there. So this is my question to you, sir. So,
point well taken, sir. Absolutely. Please.
Mr. Sajjad will answer this. We were discussing this earlier.
Thank you.
Good afternoon. Actually, this is the reply that is in consonance with the question that was earlier raised by the President Travel Agents, Tour and Travel Maharashtra. So actually, the question about the skyrocketing of rates and promoting such destinations, they are in a way mutually connected. So we have, in the tourism industry, we are in fact trying to expand our span. We are trying to expand Dudhpatri, other places, offbeat destinations. 70 offbeat destinations have already been identified this year. And this spread of the destinations would in fact help us to reduce the rates and the other unethical practices that are being adopted by the hoteliers or other stakeholders. In fact, we have the ambassadors. We are running many shows. Road shows are being run. We go from city to city. We propagate our destinations, new destinations. In fact, there are many destinations J&K which are already, they have earned their name, and they have already set up their, their name in the market. And people, the tourism industry across the world, they only know these destinations. And that is why these unethical practices are happening in these destinations. Besides being the controlling authority and trying to check these practices, we are simultaneously trying to deal with expanding the business to other places so that these two things are mutually controlled. Thank you.
Specifically replying to your question that we need a brand ambassador. I personally think we don't need a brand ambassador for Kashmir. Kashmir is a brand in itself.
Thank you. And I'm sure there will be many more questions.
And to add to this, I would say that people in Jammu and Kashmir, the youth, they are so active now, and they are the brands in themselves, and every person is a brand ambassador there. So that way, I think we are in the process of giving a new thinking and a new design to the Jammu and Kashmir tourism. Thank you. Thank you.